Hey, what's up guys, my name is Asian Psycho, and this is actually going to be a continuation of my FAMAE SAF gun review in my Exploring the Arsenal series as part of the extras section. What I had forgotten to mention was the fact that the FAMAE SAF has a 3-round burst function. This is actually very rare, well actually it's quite rare among assault rifles, but it's much more common. But it's quite the 3-round burst function is a very rare function for submachine guns. Currently in combat arms, there are only a few that I can think off the top of my head. 3 to be exact: the MP5 RAS and the MP5 RAS Centurion. And now with the FAMAE SAF, I believe that brings the total number of submachine guns with the 3-round burst option to 3. So, once again guys, I'd like to emphasize the fact that the FAMAE SAF does have a 3-round burst function. This means that your middle range engagements will be much easier to deal with, because if you go full auto, if you don't know how to control your shots and control your spread, basically how fast you fire, you're going to have a hard time winning gunfights at middle range. So with this 3-round burst function, you'll be able to take out people at middle range much more easily. Plus, because 3-round bursts in combat arms, well, if you toggle between full auto and 3-round burst, you'll find that all guns that have the 3-round burst function, their spreads will decrease dramatically. So it's going to be a lot easier to pop off those headshots with the 3-round burst function, especially at middle range, because you got that distance in between you guys, and you'll be able to aim for their heads much more easily than you would just going full auto and just hoping you get a lotto or something just by aiming in the general direction of their head, basically. So as you can see here in this gameplay in the video, I'm actually using the 3-round burst function. I'm only using the 3-round burst function, which is actually not a good idea, because obviously on a map like Oil Rig, you're gonna have varied fights. You're gonna have everywhere from close range like this one up in your face, spraying, which the 3-round burst is not ideal for. This is a submachine gun. If you're fighting at that range, then it's best to just switch on the full auto function and just spray to hell. At this range though, it's good to have the 3-round burst, because the spread is very tight and you can try to go for those headshots at long range. So this is a good distance where 3-round burst will be acceptable, when you actually have a good visual on your target and you don't really need to turn around and spray at anyone as much in close quarters. So yeah, this is basically the last or the thing that I had forgotten about. I was reading over the description one day on the Nexon homepage for the FAMAE SAF, and I realized that it specifically stated that the FAMAE SAF has a 3-round burst function. That right there is a perfect example of how the 3-round burst should be used at middle range. Just go for those headshots, because at middle range, you know, some machine guns aren't really that great. And this is also another good example of how the 3-round burst can really help out your middle range or even long range engagements. Even though it's better to put an iTech on this or a scope on this for my SAF and just tap fire if you can. But then 3-round burst will serve your uses quite well if you keep your aim on target, that is. So yeah guys, that's really all I have to say about the FAMAE SAF. I apologize that I did not mention this earlier. I'm not too sure how many people are aware of this. First of all, not many people have the FAMAE SAF to begin with, but with this 3-round burst function, now the FAMAE SAF's true value is really buffed up a lot, because middle range engagements are pretty frequent depending on your playstyle. Mine, I tend to run into people a lot in like just really close quarters style, so it's not I don't really need it as much as some other people, but I mean the 3-round burst function is there for those of you who do need it or do find that it is very useful. So yeah, I suggest you guys check out the 3-round burst function, because at middle range it'll really help out your gameplay. So that's it for this video. I don't really want to talk about that for my SAF more, because I have 2 parts to the video, god, and this will be the 3rd one, so I think it's going to be a little bit excessive talking about the FAMAE SAF for 3 videos now. So, at the time of this recording, I have yet to, record, actually I have recorded the T2 and the XMA gameplays for my reviews on them. The T2 and the XMA have been requested by, one of them was requested by Death Within You. He's the guy who, suggested that I do the AN94 Tact OP review, and he suggested that I do either the XMA or the, what was the other gun? The T2. I'm not too sure which one he requested, but I know for a fact that he did request one of them again. And right there is a bullshit headshot. I nearly threw my mouse right there. And yeah, those gameplays I've actually recorded. I just need to record the audio for them now, and they'll be good to go. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Sorry, I'm not gonna commentate the rest of this video because I mean, honestly, I could talk about a lot more things. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching and have a nice day.
Start.